Hey, so I just wanted to give an update. My transfer day, my embryo transfer day has been scheduled tentatively for February 9th. That's a Thursday. We got our calendar, which I'll share. I just haven't printed it yet. We've been scheduled for February 9th, tentatively, depending on how the ultrasounds and blood work is looking. We haven't booked our flights yet. Today is January 23rd, and I'm at my first ultrasound appointment just to make sure like my lining and everything is looking good. I'm currently on some medications to help with the uterine lining, and I'm going to be starting progesterone injections about 5 days before the transfer. I am very excited. We have our transfer date. How my clinic works is after the egg retrieval, you have to wait until your first period starts after that for them to start the process for the embryo transfer. And my period started about 4 days ago, and I contacted the clinic, New Direction, to let them know. And then they gave me a calendar with some ultrasounds and blood work I'll need to do, and then also the transfer date and all the medications and the dates I'm supposed to take them. I will share the calendar as soon as I print it out, but I'm here at First Steps Fertility in Edmonds, Washington. I see Eliza, she's really great, and I do all my monitoring in Washington State and my blood work here. And then for the actual procedure, I will be flying back to New Direction with Garnet. We're planning on buying our tickets very soon, as soon as we know for sure that that's our transfer date. So I will show my calendar as soon as I print it out and let you know. Hi, so it's January 31st, last day of the month in January, and I have a few updates. I went and got my last ultrasound yesterday on the 30th, just to check my uterine lining and to make sure everything was like looking okay and ready for the frozen embryo transfer. I went to the appointment and then sent the results over to New Direction for them to look at it and approve, and so we can move forward and buy our plane tickets and all of that. Unfortunately, I do have like a cyst near my ovary, and they just want to make sure that it's not secreting any hormones. So I had to get a blood draw today to make sure that my progesterone wasn't elevated. And if it's not elevated, I can move forward with the transfer. But if it is for some reason elevated, we'll have to cancel the transfer. So I'm still waiting to hear back from the blood draw, really hoping that it's not elevated and we can move forward so I can just move on with the process. But if it does get canceled, I'd be really bummed. I'm also going to be sharing my calendar because I haven't shared that yet. I'll also share an ultrasound picture of the cyst that's in my ovary. Hopefully it's not anything serious and we can still like move forward with everything. So here is my fertility calendar. The highlighted are just ultrasounds I had in Washington. That was my first one, and then my second one, and then today I had that blood draw. Hoping everything is looking good after the blood draw, and then I begin progesterone injections on Saturday, and I continue progesterone until even after the transfer day, and then I start the antibiotic doxycycline twice a day starting Sunday all the way through. And then I've also been on Entrance. It's for estrogen to thicken the lining of your uterus. I've been taking it twice a day, 2 times daily, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. I'm currently on it, and I've been on it since like last week. I just didn't have it listed on here. And then I just have the doses for the progesterone and the doxycycline. So that's the calendar. This is the calendar I created just so I'm a more visual person. I like to see it on the calendar, cross off the dates when I do the injections. Just like my last calendar, I'm going to be noting if it's the left side or the right side for my injections. And then this is the calendar that the clinic gave me. It's basically the same thing that's on my calendar. It has the dates, but it's on a table. And then when I have to get the ultrasounds done, which I already did, still taking the entrance, and then when to start the progesterone and what time, and then doxycycline as well. And then the tentative transfer date. Very excited, really hoping it's still going through. But yeah, that's what my calendar is looking like. And then if you see FET, that just stands for frozen embryo transfer. And yeah, so you continue the medications until notified. The doxycycline, I just take the whole thing and I don't refill it, but I keep taking the injections, I believe, until through your first trimester. And then consent signing is due. We're gonna do that on Friday over Zoom. So we're here for embryo transfer. We have the acupuncture first, so we're here a little bit early to get that done. Garnet, you can video me getting acupuncture. Yeah. And then we'll get pictures of our embryo as well, so we're really excited about that.
Alright guys, alright, this is DJ, yo, doing what you call it?
Acupuncture.
Yeah, the DJ is in our file paper wrap, trying to get warm.
I have to finish like 32 ounces of water because your bladder has to be full for the embryo transfer, so I'm really chugging it. But the needles weren't that bad. There's some in my head and some in my foot and a few in my abdomen and some in my ear. The ear one kind of felt a little prickly, but it wasn't too bad. Definitely nothing compared to the injections, like the progesterone injections and the other ones. So just did a pregnancy test. Today's the 19th and I'm able to do the pregnancy test, and I'm gonna do a blood test tomorrow to confirm. But I took the pregnancy test and it's positive. So excited. And Bella here is excited too.